All right, so we're busting open this this old Lincoln welder. I'm thinking I got it in '93, bought it new. Maybe somebody knows anything about date codes. 9422-005. Anyway, knob is not happy. We're going to open it up and I'm going to show you what I find. And so far, I apologize, 2 3/8 bolts come out of these holes down here, and that's actually a major part of the structure there. So when you take those out, it's going to fall. And then everything else is 5/16 bolts. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, and I've still got more to take out, and we'll once we get all these panels off, I'll come back. Okay, and a little heads up, we've got all of the 5/16 bolts out for this panel, and maybe a couple extra. Don't mess with that one. None on that side. This one you simply have to loosen. There is a relief on this particular model in that panel, and we're hoping, there it goes, it just slid right off. All right, it's kind of in a tight spot, so let's see where we're at. Okay, all right, and I believe that's a schematic, but don't hold me to it. All right, now what else holds this thing in? Oh, okay. Hold on. So now we got the guts exposed, but there's 2 more screws out here. We're gonna get those, and then we'll show you what's behind this panel. Also, while we're here, oh yeah, make sure the damn thing's unplugged before you do all this. There you go. Anyway, we're gonna have to unplug this little fan motor, and it's just a couple of spade connectors. All right, so we got those 2 screws out, and this thing should just come out. Okay, lay that right there. Find your little spot for your hardware. Okay, so anyway, this is our selector. Okay, and I'm having issues being able to twist that. And the thing is I had this apart a couple of days ago, and I know there's a silver contact missing on the back side of this. And I was crossing my fingers that it might be friendly, but it's not. And so we're gonna have to disassemble, and we're gonna continue disassembling. All right, so on this particular model, this knob, and I hope, here, hold on, this knob has a simple Phillips head screw right here. Okay, you take this Phillips head screw out, and the knob will pull right off. All right, once you got the knob off, this thing is only held in with that bolt right there and that bolt right there. They're 5/16. And these are all sheet metal screws I'm working with, so it's not like you gotta spin them all day. Okay, and these are much longer than the rest of them. So these two, where I'm going is these two, it'd be hard to put them in the wrong place again. And then this guy just falls out right there. Okay, now this might be hard to see, but hopefully you can see it. Yeah, there is a roll pin. Okay, and this little thing right here, let me think about it. You got there's a spring back here. You have to compress that spring, push this down, and that gives you access to that roll pin. All right. Okay, and so pursuing that roll pin, get familiar with what you're dealing with. All right, you see the spring, you see this contactor here. Okay, the only thing holding this all together is that roll pin I just showed you, and you can see that spring in action. Okay, so what we have to do, peel this down. Now I'm going to try and do this by myself, but I can tell you it can be a challenge. And we're just going to grab this roll pin with a pair of pliers and pull it out. Okay, now if you've got an older unit, it might not be as easy and happy as what I just experienced, but all I can tell you is sneak up on it. Okay, part of the deal that I encountered with this thing, all right, you see how this rod has actually got a little bend to it. All right, and I don't think that's intentional, but anyway, while I had it apart, I cleaned all this up and greased it. I put just a little bit of grease on it. So anyway, we now have the offending part in our hand. We'll go ahead and pull it off. Okay, and here is a silver contact. Hopefully y'all can see that silver contact, but this end, which used to have a silver contact, no longer does, and you can see the evidence. It used to be soldered on there, I think. So I think I am going to go pursue seeing if I can find one of these at the local welding supply store, and if I can't, I'm going to get me some silver solder and see about building a bead up on this. All right, and because of my lack of skill at editing videos, I think we're going to go ahead and end this one and call it part 1, and hopefully I'll have a new part for y'all. All right, talk to y'all later.